What's up, y'all? It's Mir. I'm back with another video today. And in today's vid, we are going to be doing a who would you rather have for I don't know what time. But I've been seeing on TikTok a lot of people talking about, oh, we done with the 90s. Michael Jordan couldn't go left. LeBron's the real GOAT. This, that, and the third. So I definitely thought that it would be evident to be speaking on those two players today. Now, in this vid, we obviously talking about who would you rather have to start your organization, to be the leader of your team, to be the person that leads you to the promised land, to be the person that gets you to the championship. And I just wanted to talk about these 3 seasons that I would consider their 3 best seasons. Now, obviously, with either guy, you can say some seasons were better than others or whatever you want to say. But I'm going off statistically and at the point in their careers, right? So to start off, we're going to start with MJ. MJ, the first season that I'm going with is 1986 to 87, man. Now for this season, he averaged about 37.1 points, 5.2 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 2.9 steals, basically 3 steals, and a block and a half, shooting 48% from the field, 85% from the free throw line. And he was runner-up for MVP. He was first team All-NBA. He was an All-Star. He was 8th in Defensive Player of the Year. For him to have been as young as he was only 23 at the time, to be averaging 37 in a league that probably averaged almost 90 to 95 points, it's incredible. The spacing was so low at that moment. Everything was clogged in. They weren't shooting threes. They weren't doing too much outside of the paint. It's crazy that he was almost averaging that, and he only shot 18% from that 3 ball. That's something that I don't think we'll ever see in the league again, especially for a guy that's so young. It was about his 3rd year in the NBA, or 2nd year in the NBA, whichever one. I believe that was his 3rd year in the NBA. And he was just absolutely incredible from everywhere. Honestly, he shot the mid-range a lot. Obviously, the 3 ball not going up as much as you wanted to, but it's something that we probably won't ever really see again from a player. But this is just the beginning of his dominance. But obviously, being that he's 23, he's near one of those athletic peaks at that point, or he's at the beginning of where he was in terms of his athleticism. So just seeing that being his first real great year, that's a great start. For LeBron now, his first great year we going to talk about was when he was 24, and that was 2008, 2009. I believe that was his 5th year in the NBA. And to begin that season off, he was incredible for Cleveland. He led Cleveland all the way to the playoffs. I believe that year he ended up losing to the Boston Celtics, I want to say, or he might have lost to the Magic that year. I think it was the Boston Celtics, though, because Boston had got to the finals that year. Yep. He lost to them, I believe, and those was like one of his final years, but he was incredible. He averaged about 28.4 points, 7.6 rebounds, 7.2 assists, 1.7 steals, 1.1 blocks, at 48.9% from the field goal, 34% from 3, 78% from the free throw line. He won the MVP that year. He was an All-NBA first team. He was All-Defensive first team. He was he was the runner-up in the Defensive Player of the Year that year. So those was one of his first years where you really saw him playing defense and basically being the whole team. He was the best player on that team. You know, that 2008-2009 team didn't have any guys that would even remotely be looked at as players in today's league, and he was doing this at the young age of 24. And I like this comparison to begin off with them because they were both around the same age, 23, 24. They're the same age. They're doing crazy things for the team, and I don't know which season you would say was better, but it could go either way for that. Now, with the second year, that was 1987, 1988 for Jordan, which was the next season after that. He was 24 years old. He was averaging 35, 5.5, 5.9, 3.2 steals, 1.6 blocks on 53% from the field, 84% from the free throw, and only 13% from the three-point line. He won MVP that year. He was first team All-NBA, first team All-Defensive. He was an All-Star, and he won Defensive Player of the Year that year. So when it comes to that, he also did everything. He was incredible. He had not improved too much on his three ball or anything, obviously, but he was still doing all he could and averaging 3.2 steals and 1.6 blocks as a 6'6" guard is incredible at any point in time in your career. So kudos to him. I definitely don't believe that he was anything to be played with. And as you can see in the highlights, he was doing the most extraordinary things that you will ever see, especially back in that time. And he was still only 24 years old. So he had a long way to go, as you can see. But that was one of the only years that he won Defensive Player of the Year. And I believe that was, between the two, that was the best defensive peak for either one of them. 3.2 steals, 1.6 blocks is absolutely absurd for any player in the league. And I don't think that LeBron was ever able to truly compare to that. With that being said, now we go to what I believe is LeBron's best year of his career, debatable. But to me, his best year I've ever seen, this is the best LeBron I've ever seen in my eyes. This was the 2012-2013 season for him. He was 28 years old, and he was playing with the Miami Heat now. He was averaging 26.8 points, 8 rebounds, 7.3 assists, 1.7 steals, and a block a game, shooting 56.5% from the field, 40.6% from the three-point line. LeBron James, 40% from the three-point line in 2013. Crazy. And 75% from the free throw line. Now, obviously, this year, he was crazy. He was first team All-NBA, first team All-Defense, an All-Star that year. He was second in the Defensive Player of the Year. He was the NBA MVP. And he won Finals MVP, and he won a championship that year. It don't get no better than that. He was incredible. He could shoot the ball. He could play every position. At this point in time, this is the LeBron James that you're looking at, and you're saying, he could go to any team ever and get them to the playoffs. It was at a point in his career where it just really ended, where it was like LeBron could go to any team and make that a playoff team. And right here, this season, that 28-year-old LeBron, for me, was the greatest LeBron that I've ever seen. And I would not take no other LeBron over that. Debate me in the comments. Tell me what you guys think. But to me, at this point, this is one of, if not the greatest seasons from any player ever. And between the two, this will be the best season that I've seen from either guy in terms of their best year. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments about that. But LeBron this season, as you can see, he was doing it all, and he was doing it at a high clip in terms of his shooting percentages. So kudos to him. Now we get into that third year for both players that I decided to pick, and that will start with Michael Jordan, my bad, at 27 years old, 1990 to 91. He averaged 31.5 points, 6 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 2.7 steals, 1 block on 54% from the field, 31% from the three, 85% from the free throw line. He won MVP. He was the All-NBA first team, All-NBA first team defensively, All-Star, and he won his first NBA championship at the age of 27 years old while winning Finals MVP. That was an incredible year for him. Most people would say that that's peak Michael Jordan, his greatest season of all time, and I wouldn't deny it. He beat the greatest point guard of all time in Magic Johnson by getting his first ring, and for most people, it's nothing that you could really say about that. Now, when it comes to LeBron James, his final season that I'm going to put on here would have to be the one and only 2017-2018. For that season, he averaged 27.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, 9 assists, 1.5 steals, 1 block, 54% from the field, 37% from three, 73% from the free throw line. He was runner-up in MVP. He was first team All-NBA, and he was an All-Star. Now, the reason why I put this is because this is nostalgia to me. For LeBron James, this was the most incredible season that I've seen from him, just because we never saw something like this where he was carrying a team on his back all year. They had a rough first half of the season. They traded away their whole team that first half of the season and still ended up getting to the finals. Now, obviously, you going up against KD, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson. You're not winning that finals. Michael Jordan's team, or Michael Jordan put on that team, also could not win that finals. But he did that, and he got all the way there, and he did it in incredible fashion. So I had to put that in here. And those are their 3 best seasons to me. With that being said, those 3 seasons all together, MJ averaged 34.53 points, 5.57 rebounds, 5.3 assists, 2.9 steals, 1.3 blocks, 52% from the field goal, 21% from the 3. That's terrible. 86% or 85% from the free throw line. And just showing off his dominance throughout his whole entire era in that point in his career. For LeBron James, I'm going to go with those 3 years that was selected, and he averaged 27.6 points, 8.1 rebounds, 7.9 assists, 1.6 steals, 1 block on 52.5% from the field, 37% from 3, and 75% from the free throw line. Now, if I had to pick one of those guys from hearing those stats, I'm still probably going to go with Jordan. I like Jordan's defense a bit more. He's still going to be that guy for me. I am also from Chicago, so I have a bit of a bias there. 6 championships for us. I wasn't alive during the time, obviously, but I don't care. I'm going to still go with him, but I wouldn't be mad at anybody saying LeBron James. LeBron James is the greatest career athlete I've ever seen. 40,000 points for him. He's doing his thing. And I just appreciate both. I don't care for who you guys really pick. They're both 2 of the greatest of all time. The top 2 is nobody else in that conversation besides those 2 for me. And if you got a problem with it, just let me know down in the comment section. This was a long, thought out video. A lot of putting into this one. So let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know who you guys would pick if you had to choose one guy, and tell me why you're choosing them. So thank you guys for watching once again. That's from my eyes to yours. And I'm out, bro. Peace.